Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Sports. Let's jump right in to today's good news. For the good news today, we take a look at the World Series. Game 1 of the World Series occurred last night between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The final score was 11-4. However, the score doesn't really tell what happened in the game. For today's good news, we talk about Addison Barger. He is a player on the Toronto Blue Jays, and he had the first ever, yes, in World Series history, a pinch hit grand slam. Now, this really boosted the morale of the Toronto Blue Jays and their fans as well, and led them to an 11-4 victory and a 9-run inning. This, if you do not know what a pinch hitter is, it is where you come in to the game, you don't start, but you come in for somebody else, and then you bat, and then you'll take their spot on the field. Now, Addison Barger became the first player to do this in World Series history, and you all know that the World Series has been going on for a long time. Additionally, the Toronto Blue Jays are looking to win their first World Series since the 1990s, so this would be big for the Blue Jays. We'll keep seeing and taking a look at what happens in this World Series, but it's sure to be a good rest of the series.
Series comes in here, struggles. Barger sends a towering drive, right center field. Kiss it goodbye.
Now, let's move on to today's bad news. For the bad news today, we take a look at the New York Giants. Yes, the New York Giants as a whole. There are too many things to describe what's going on wrong with the New York Giants, but one in particular is their last game against the Denver Broncos. Now let me fill you in. The Giants were winning. They were shutting out the Denver Broncos. However, in the fourth quarter, right, you play four quarters in the NFL, so the last quarter of the game, the Giants gave up 33 points to the Denver Broncos. Additionally, Giants fans are very pissed because the kicker missed an extra point, which would have caused the game to be tied and go into overtime. But that's not at all. It's how they even let up 33 points by a Denver Broncos offense that was struggling mightily. That's one issue. And another issue was Brian Daboll was fined for his concussion protocol, where he was racing Jackson Dart out of the tent for a concussion. And this was crucial because now there's the whole NFL protocol with the concussions. I think it's crazy how so many people are getting checked, but they want to be safe, and safety's a priority. But yeah, overall, just a bad season for the Giants. Better than the Jets, though. But there's so many bad things happening with them.
And no, he missed that one again. 1st and 10 from their 23, and no timeouts. Knicks. Long down the middle and caught it at the 48-yard line and grabbed by Mims. Giants. What a catch by Mims and it's a 1st and 5. Knicks and caught by Sutton. He will hold it. Will Lutz. 39-yard field goal for the win. He got it. Denver has won.
For the big sports topic today, we are not doing a sports topic. Rather, with Halloween rapidly approaching, we're going to do some Halloween trivia. So I found a fun trivia for Halloween, and you can see on my screen, and you guys can play along with me when you're watching this, and let's see how many we get right. Alright, I'll read each question and then answer. Don't be mad at me if I don't do good, because some of these questions I think are going to be really random. Let's begin. My goodness, this Minnesota North Star player from the late 1970s sure had a frightening name. In fact, his last name was the very term that spooky Halloween ghosts and ghouls shout to surprise and frighten innocent people. What was this player's name? Is it Roger Wu, Mike Modano, or Young Ha? Or is it Jim Boo? I think it's Jim Boo because they said a frightening term. This Italian goaltender might just come from the Lucifer's domain, sharing the name of Satan's subterranean lair. The skilled goaltender gave hockey players a devil of trouble when he played for Italy during the Winter Olympics. Let's see. Is it Reinhard Divis? Gunther Hell? I do think it's Gunther Hell, because that's giving them hell. Alright. Called the Devil. This demon of a player was drafted to lowly 111th overall by Edmonton in the draft, and he was given the opportunity to play and by several different teams. And let's see who this one. I'm gonna guess this guy. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Let's guess him. Yea, this early hockey player had been knowneth to create wonderful pictures on pumpkins. Nay, he did not scratcheth, nor did he burneth his pumpkins to create his pictures. This NFL player's name was Joe Who. Well, they said he didn't scratcheth. I'm gonna guess Carveth. The last name of this NHL player would make a perfect setting for a horrifying Halloween film. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna guess this guy. Alright, you guys can play along at home. I'm not gonna keep reading them. Just, yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, I'm gonna submit my answers and let's see. Ah. Alright. Alrighty, we got a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you guys got in the comment section. Yeah. And lastly, to wrap up today's episode of the Good, the Bad, the Sports, we have Week 8 of the NFL coming tomorrow. And let's hit it off with our picks. Dolphins, Falcons. I'm going with the Falcons. They have a better offense, and the Dolphins are struggling as of late. Ravens, Bears. Big news, Lamar just got ruled out. So I do think the Bears will win that one because they just have an edge with the Ravens being terrible this year and hurt. Jets, Bengals. Bengals starting maybe look better. Bengals should win that one. Bills, Panthers. I'm going with the Bills. I think they're going to bounce back coming off the bye. They're going to do well. 49ers, Texans. I'm going to go with the 49ers because the 49ers just have been playing really well even without, with a lot of their players injured. Looking forward to seeing what they're going to do again this week. Browns, Patriots. Patriots. Drake May's been playing out of his mind, so I'm going with the Patriots. Eagles, Giants. Eagles are going to redeem themselves from last time and beat the Giants. Probably a big game for the Eagles. Bucks, Saints. Bucks are going to win that one. Division rivals. Well, the Bucks are just a better team. Baker Mayfield's been doing pretty good. Good receiving core. Bucks should win that one. Colts, Titans. Colts, most dominant team I've seen this year. And they're the next team might be even more dominant on offense. But yeah, Colts should win that game. Cowboys, Broncos. Cowboys are winning that one. The Cowboys just don't get stopped. It's just mind-boggling. It's just insane. Packers, Steelers. I'm going to Steelers. I think they're going to play a little bit better and edge the Packers out tomorrow in the night game. And lastly, we have Commanders, Chiefs. I do think the Chiefs will win that one because they are definitely coming back and playing better in the NFL now. And yeah, that's all our picks for week 8 of the NFL. Let me know what you guys think.